Here with another review of a title for the Moraine Valley Library Black History Month curation of titles of books. And this one is a very, very, very good one. One that is not much known about, but is very important and very, very quality read. An autobiography of Black Chicago, written by Dempsey Travis. The autobiography of Black Chicago tells the story of the making of Chicago's Black community from beginning to end. It starts with Jean-Baptiste Dusable as being the first settler here in Chicago, a Black man from Haiti, and it chronicles all the way up through the 80s and 90s, and just tells just a tremendous story. Dempsey Travis, the author, he tells the story of Black Chicago through the lens of his own personal autobiography. So he's detailing his life growing up in Chicago and using that as a lens to sort of branch out and talk about the main events that happened in Chicago, whether it was the riot of 1919, whether it was Ida B. Wells and her time in Chicago, whether it was the making of Bronzeville, and also talking a lot about everyday citizens that we may not know, people who were not necessarily famous, but who played a large part in making Chicago what it is, particularly for the Black community. I think it is a book that hasn't been talked about much. Actually, a book that I really didn't know that I got passed down. For me, I'm a third generation third generation person to inherit this particular book. It came from my dad, who got it from his dad, and now to stumble across it, to have it, to read it, and then just get so engrossed in it as a Chicago native, is just tremendous. Because as you read the history of the streets, of the events, of the politics, right? When you're talking Harold Washington, you're talking everything that's happening in Chicago, to read it, but then to also think about, in my own autobiographical way, how I walked those streets, or I've been in those neighborhoods, I've been in these places and everything, and never fully knew the full history of it behind word of mouth. To have a written document of it, explaining it, it was just so helpful and so fun. It was a fun read. So I really recommend this to anyone, not just who wants to understand a Black history of Chicago, but this is central to understanding a history of Chicago, period. Right? I don't think you can have a thorough understanding or a thorough research agenda about the city of Chicago without including the history of Black Chicago. I mean, Black Chicago is, when you start talking about Bronzeville, it's similar to Harlem and sort of similar to South Central LA and all these other places that have a history of Black centrality in the city. But the autobiography of Black Chicago, written by Dempsey Travis, please check it out. Spread the word. Very good book. Get it if you can. I recommend it to anyone trying to understand the city of Chicago.